CCG channel here once again with another card game review. This time of Wizards of the Coast's Pokemon the card game, or trading card game, or whatever you want to call it. It's still a good card game. This game came out back in '98, if I'm not mistaken. It still is going on. It's still going strong. It's considered to be one of the most successful franchises in America and in Japan as well. So it is still going strong in both countries. It is still going strong card game wise, video game wise. It's an absolutely awesome card game. But this is actually the Wizards of the Coast version. We'll do a Nintendo one maybe after this one. So stay tuned for that one. The thing is with those, it's a little bit different rules wise. It's a little bit different with some of the cards and foil patterns and stuff like that. So this is actually the original. This is actually the best in my opinion, but it's also the most broken. But I digress once again in terms of certain rules. But you have here basic Pokemon, and this is just to show an example. 60 card deck. You have 6 prizes on the side here, and if you get all 6, you win the game. Basic Pokemon such as Onix, you got Onix, you got Machop, and you have basic Pokemon. And thing is, you put one as your active. Of course, during the beginning of the game, they're all flipped upside down, hidden from your opponent. You have trainer cards, which will give you sort of a boost in helping win the game. You have evolutions, which will evolve your Pokemon into more stronger Pokemon, more damaging Pokemon. And of course, energy cards, which will actually help you win the game. So once you start, flip your cards over, and you draw off the top of the deck. Look at Eevee. Once you have another basic Pokemon in your hand, you can also put it out into what is called the bench. The bench is this stuff. You can hold, I believe, 5 in the bench. 1 active Pokemon to fight your opponent's active Pokemon. Once per turn, you get to put an energy card attached to it and use his attack, which is a low kick for 20. And you just keep going back and forth. So combat isn't really that vicious. It's sort of like, I have enough energy to do this and this and this and attack. I don't believe there's actually any counters to attacks. It's just you take an attack, you like it. There are potions, there are super potions. Pokemon centers in this game. Other cool thing about these cards, which is a little bit different from the Nintendo version of it, is that you can play multiple trainers as many times as you want, and we're going to go into that more into the in my opinion, more balanced Pokemon card game in Nintendo. So Gust of Wind will switch out your opponent's active Pokemon, and then you can do it again if you want. They go to the discard pile, which is right on top of here. When you draw, of course, another card. You keep drawing. You have all these cards and stuff like that, and you can always evolve that into Machoke. Attach more energy. Attach more energy, attach more energy as the turns go back and forth. Overall, it's a really easy to learn card game. It's actually the most fun, I think. I've been in city championships and city tournaments and other things like that, and I really enjoyed playing this game. Even when I'm older, even when I'm way older now, I still enjoy playing this card game. Definitely has a lot of good memories and good times of Pokemon leagues at Toys R Us, and just overall, just an amazing card game that brings people together. And you know what the weird thing is? A lot of people do play this still. As I said before, it's not just guys, it's also girls, it's also adults, it's also young kids, it's also teenagers. It just leaps and bounds over any age demographic or any age group or anybody in general. It's that much of a well-played game. It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh, where Yu-Gi-Oh is more toward teenagers and young boys and stuff like that. This is more toward anybody. Honestly, anybody plays this. Much like Magic the Gathering, anybody plays this, and everybody will play this. Unfortunately, it doesn't really have enough exposure, much like Magic the Gathering, which is a shame. But if William Hung plays the game, you know it's epic right there if you have William Hung playing the game. So Pros of this game: it's easy to play, fun to pick up. You get damage counters too to track your opponent's damage loss, or your damage loss. I'm sorry. And evolution cards. You also get little coin with the starter packs and stuff like that. So this is a little bit of a more broken game, but it's also a lot of fun playing it too. When you get, 2 bills in your hand, and you do 2 bills, and you draw 4 cards instead of 2. Whereas in the Nintendo version, there is a bill, but he only does one trainer or 1 supporter per turn. So unfortunately, Bill is a lot more balanced in the Nintendo version. Let's say the cons to this game would have to be there isn't really no way to defend against attacks unless they have it on the card. There's also things called resistance. You can say resistance defends, but in a battle between 2 types, it might not be a resistance type. It could be a weakness type, which would do double damage. Retreat costs: if I take 3 out, it goes away. There's also cards that switch out the Pokemon right away. Any attached energy from that Pokemon goes back there, and you can also attach energy onto Pokemon over here. So overall, once you kill your opponents, you get prizes. Once you get all prizes, you win the game. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. But back to the cons. The cons, I would say, is that there definitely is sort of like, I'll build my cards up here, and I'm just going to beat the crap out of you. Keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I win. So, it provides no really defense. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has that problem too, but it's very manageable in terms of face-down defense, and you can also boost the defense of the character as well, so you can play a stall game. In this game, you really can't play a stall game unless you don't have any energy, so you get in turn mana screwed. So this game, it's really good. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's one of easily the best game I've ever played. Definitely a lot of memories of this card game. So if you do have a chance, if you do have any of the older cards, go back to the old Wizards of the Coast version, play it, enjoy it. If you have family, play with them. If you're just playing with your friends, go right ahead, play the original card game. If you can buy some, I'm sure online they have them for cheap. I'm not entirely too sure that the older cards are worth it, but looking for a base set Charizard for $50 was the absolute greatest thing to ever happen to me. And then a week later, I pull a base set 2 Charizard, and that was fun. That was funny and ironic and stupid of wasting $50. But you know what? Back then, Charizard, he was the shit. Definitely was the shit. So you had to have a Charizard, and you had to beat the crap out of your opponent. So that was fun to play. So this game. Oh, and also, by the way, the foil patterns are amazing in the Wizards version. More importantly, the Nintendo version. It's such an amazing job with the foils on the cards. So this game, a lot of old school, a lot of nostalgia for me. Definitely gets a 4.5 out of 5. CCG channel here. We're definitely going to review the Nintendo version of it. That's probably going to be a quick review, more or less, than a regular review like this. But this is sort of the basics of how the game's played. So if you guys have any questions, drop a comment, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs sideways, thumbs down, thumbs anything. I hope you guys enjoy this. We are going to go for the next update. Definitely going to look at the Nintendo version of Pokemon card game. Thanks, guys.